Glad you're here today. So today we're going to talk about setting boundaries and how important it is. So let me ask you a question. How often do you say yes to something when you want to say no, just to avoid conflict or to avoid disappointing someone? How often? I used to do it quite regularly. So setting boundaries are very important for you as a person and for you as an entrepreneur. And it also stops energy leaks, if you know what I'm talking about, because we leak energy all the time. Also, when you are not setting boundaries, there's a lot of turmoil, right? Internal and external. It can lead to burnout and frustration. It can lead to the feeling of not being in control of your time or your energy. Um, so, what does it mean by setting boundaries? Well, when you set boundaries around you, that helps protect you, your energy, your time, and your well-being. And it's also about knowing your limits and communicating those limits with the people around you. And when I say communicating, I mean very clearly, distinctly communicating that. So the healthy boundaries allow you to show up fully for what matters the most. It's not just about saying no, it's about creating a balance in your life between your needs and those of others. So, for instance, oops, sorry about that. So, for instance, I used to volunteer at my children's school. And I was that person that didn't know how to say no. I said yes to everything. And it led to resentment. It led to overwhelm. It led to I had no personal time for myself. I was worn out. I was like drained of energy. So you don't want to be there or anywhere close to there. So how do people experience difficulty setting the boundaries? Well, by overcommitting, saying yes to too many things, leading to overwhelm, saying yes to things that you don't even like. You just do it because you're being the nice person. You're fearing disappointing people. You don't want to say no because you know they're going to be disappointed in you. They're going to be personally disappointed in you, and maybe you're a people pleaser. You prioritize other people's needs over your own. And what does that lead to? What did I say a while ago? Resentment. Or maybe you don't want to say no, fear of disappointment. Going back to that one for just a minute. They know you're a work from home person, or maybe you're just a stay-at-home mom. Quote, just a stay-at-home mom. Like that's not another job, right? And you have all this free time, right? Because you're working from home. You're a mom at home. You're not out in the public working a 9 to 5 job or in an office by yourself. So I have all this free time. Well, you don't. You don't have all that free time, but they think you do. And it's also about a loss of control. Feeling like your time is being dictated by other people's demands. Because you're always saying yes. It could also lead to burnout. So overcommitting, fear of disappointing others, people pleasing, loss of control, and burnout. And what is burnout? It is that emotional and physical exhaustion from constantly being in the on switch. You're giving too much of your time and your energy to other people, and it's not filling your cup. So how do you overcome these challenges? Well, you can overcome these challenges by, number one, recognizing your limits. Take an honest look at where you're overextending your time. Where do you feel like you were saying yes too often to somebody or something? Acknowledge those areas where you're feeling frustrated and drained. Just notice where they are, acknowledge them, and ask yourself, where do I need to protect my energy? So that's the number one. Understanding the fear of saying no. Reflect on those reasons why you were struggling to set those boundaries and being able to say no. It's often rooted in the fear of rejection, being rejected, being seen as unkind. You're being selfish because you're wanting time for yourself. Well, but you have time. You could help us do whatever. Um, and challenge the belief that you have to be everything for everyone, because you do not. Um, Shift your mindset. Reframe that no as an act of self-care rather than selfishness. For instance, when your phone battery gets really low, you know you have to plug it up and recharge that battery, right? Do you have any trouble going, oh my God, your battery's going low? Can you not charge yourself? Why do I have to take care of you? Why can't you take care of me? No, you don't do that. You just go, oh, my battery's low. I'm going to charge it up. I'm going to plug it in. Do that to yourself when you know your battery is low. Just say, okay, my battery's low. I need to plug into myself. I need to take care of myself. So shift your mindset around that being able to say no. It's not an unkindness. It's a kindness to you and to them. And understand that setting boundaries actually strengthens relationships by creating clarity and respect around yourself and your time. Have you ever been part of the PTO or the PTA, depending on what school you're going to? And there's one person, they're always saying, hey, can you do? Or go ask so-and-so because she always does it. She always says yes. And are they really respecting her for being able to do it? Or are they just saying, she's available, just go ask her, she can do it. But you have that other person who always says, no, I can't do it. I'm got time. I've got to go do a family thing. I'm working during those hours. I'm going to be at the spa. People look at that person and go, she's really busy. Don't ask her because she's very busy. We respect her time. But this person over here, go ask her. She's always available. They really respect this person that says no when she really can't do it, or really doesn't feel she needs to do it. She doesn't feel that she has to do it. Where this other person, she's the rug everybody goes and tramps on, right? That was me. I know, that was me. So, like I said, practice saying no in a compassionate but firm way. Be direct and respectful. Unable to commit right now. Just say, I'm unable to commit right now. No, I can't. It's setting boundaries not just with others but with yourself. So if your work hours are from, let's say you work hours from 8 to 5 and you're working from home, then don't turn your computer on till 8 o'clock. Don't answer the phone or check your email before 8 o'clock. And at 5 o'clock, shut everything down. Shut Messenger down. Shut your text messaging. Shut WhatsApp and whatever you're communicating with. And you're training your clients to respect you, and you respect your time as well. It's not being unkind. It's teaching them how to set boundaries for themselves, okay? And that's very important, especially when you're coaching clients. So how do you avoid falling back into those boundary issues? Be proactive. Regularly evaluate your commitments and be mindful of when you're taking on too much. For instance, I catch myself signing up for a lot of workshops or different things like that take up my time. In and of itself, that's not a bad thing, but when you take on too many, you end up losing time that you could be spending with clients. So look at your calendar. Do you have more workshops and things like that on your calendar than you do time to see your clients? So make sure your priorities are in the right place there. Like I said, protect your time. Create designated work times. Time for work, time for self-care, time for your personal life, and biggest thing, honor those boundaries. Set them up and honor your own boundaries. Learn to delegate. So when you know there's something that, number one, you don't particularly love to do, or it's out of your wheelhouse of your gifts and talents and abilities, find someone else who can do it. Delegate. Hire someone. Ask a family member to do it. Ask a friend to do it. Get the help. Ask for help. And when you learn to delegate, Practice self-compassion. Understand it is okay to put yourself first. It is okay to put yourself first. It is essential for your success and your well-being. You cannot fill somebody else's cup when your cup is empty. Remember that. That is very, very important. How can you help your clients? How can you help your customers if you don't have the energy to do it? And build a support system. Build a support system. Surround yourself by people who respect you and your boundaries, whether that be family members, friends, co-workers, whatever it is. And the benefits now of setting those boundaries, you increase your energy. You have more bandwidth to work with. Your mind is not cluttered with things you've got to do. Your calendar is not cluttered with things that you need to do other than take care of your clients and yourself. So you're protecting your energy, and it allows you to focus on what truly matters in your life and your business. You also have clarity and focus by saying no to distractions. When you say no to those distractions, then you create space for yourself, for opportunities that align with your goals and your values. Very, very, very important. It also creates stronger relationships. When people know what your boundaries are, they're more likely to understand what they can and cannot do or say around you, or what you're willing to tolerate. For instance, I was reading this the other day. This guy had a guy, let's call them classmates because I think they were classmates. This guy would show up and he would always go, "How you doing, chum?" And the guy, after about the second time, because he thought at first he was just, that was just his thing that time. And so about the second time he did it, he says, "If you ever do that again, I'm going to punch you in the nose." And he didn't say it unkindly. He just said it matter-of-factly, like, "Just know, next time you come see me and you do that, I'm punching you in the nose." So, of course, the next time he came in, "How you doing, chum?" Punch. He told him what his boundaries were. He said, "I will not put up with that." Now, am I suggesting you punch somebody in the nose because they slap you like that? No, but what I'm saying is, when people do things around you that do not go along with your values, or that are things that make you feel really uncomfortable, just tell them in very clear, distinct words. That's something that I'm not comfortable with. I do not want that spoken to around me, or, that is not something that I will put up with. I've had to do that with family. They'll start talking about something and I'm like, "Nope, sorry, that is not a subject we're going to talk about. It causes arguments and that I don't agree, and I'm glad you have your opinion about it, but we don't have to discuss that." When it's something that's very emotion-filled. Heavily charged. Now, if it's just something that as a family you need to discuss, that's a whole different scenario. But I'm talking about somebody who says things just because they can. No, shut it down. Like I said, when you set your boundaries, people will respect you more, and it will build a stronger relationship and more respect for you. It also gives you empowerment. It takes control of your time and your energy, and it leads to greater confidence in both your personal life and your family life. And there's an increased flow in your life. And when you set these boundaries, you're able to operate in alignment with your soul's mission, right? And it allows you to be more creative and productive. When you set boundaries, it's like with your children. When your children are growing up, maybe they get in your personal space. Maybe they go and take people's things. Well, when you see them doing something that is not something that's part of your values, you ask them to stop. If your child, like at the beach, if your child goes and takes somebody's toys, and not to share them or to play with them right there, but to take them home, you go, "No, that's not yours, take it back," and you have them put it down. and apologize, or however you would do it. Um, or if your child, well, let's say a friend of yours does something to you that they get in your personal space, or if a stranger even gets too close to you, back up and say, "This is my space. I would appreciate if you would stay out of my space." Well, when people know what they can do around you, it creates a much stronger relationship with them. Um, so I wanted to reinforce the importance of setting boundaries. It's a tool for protecting your energy, your time, and your values, and your well-being. Um, I want you to look at your own life and see where you need to set boundaries with yourself, with your family, with your friends, with your clients. Set those boundaries, and because when you're setting boundaries, you're also teaching others to set boundaries, and that's a good thing. Um, and what I wanted to say too is, if this resonates with you and you feel like this is you, I would love to have a call with you, 20-minute chat, or if you want to do the hour call, let me know, and we'll sit down and explore your boundaries, and we'll come up with a solution. So if that's something that is calling to you, message me or email me, and I wanted to tell you all, have a blessed day and set solid boundaries. Mwah.